Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys had a fantastic day. Pretty wild, huh? I mean, obviously we opened up pretty green, and then the markets decided to turn around right at our 10 o'clock reversal spot this morning, and then take us all the way down. But the good thing about today is, obviously, we had the nice recovery going into close, power hour, whatever you want to call it. Um, but the big thing is, if you go to the 4 hour, you see we took so much liquidity here, right? Like the markets were just getting very extended up here, so markets had to come back, take a bunch of liquidity because the markets need liquidity. We need to take stop how get this money back in the market for the markets to be able to push higher. Like we can't. That's why the markets can't go straight up. So came back down. We took all these lows here, took a good chunk. We see we held this 4 hour down here. So this is going to be key. As long as this 4 hour holds, going to be bullish, I believe, still. So obviously 4 hour FVG hold held. This is a 4 hour order block. You see how nice we respected it. And another big thing to notice is the bodies of these 4 hour candles respected the CE of of this 4 hour. So we did not close below it. Usually, if we close below it, you can almost guarantee that FEG is not going to work. It's most likely going to get broke. But you see how the body's respected it. That's a very bullish sign, at least for NQ. So coming into this morning, we had two conditions, right? Like we had, let's see here, we had this 4 hour BPR. I guess we'll draw it here. You see, remember this was PCE. Remember how I said this is another example of the CE of the FEGs being very relevant. You see how we rejected the 4 hour one, perfect. Like that's very algorithmic. This told us like that's not a bullish sign. It's very bearish. Like that's like the algo already knew that was going to happen. It was designed to stop right there. PCE hit that, but remember getting rid of this. So we're watching this 4 hour and we were watching this 8 hour here. And I said, okay, well, I'm probably not gonna take a trade until one of these breaks because if you're just trading in here, you just don't know which way like the market's gonna go on a higher time frame. Like you always want to trade where the market's going on a higher time frame to where that draw of liquidity is. And I said if we start displacing through this 8 hour, we're looking probably for this low down here at 913 and then 940 I believe is what I said. But then like obviously we had no kind of like no kind of turnaround there. And then this was your Nvidia earnings low from last Tuesday, and you see we ended up taking that. You can almost treat that like a data low, data high type thing. You see we came back for it, and obviously today's high up here is our PCE data high. So that's gonna be our next bullish area of liquidity that we target going into tomorrow. But you see, we violated the 8 hour and we came down. We took all this liquidity, and now very nice reaction off the 4 hour FVG. And then you can see we also respected this 8 hour because we did not close below it. So um, with that, I mean that's gonna pretty much keep me bullish going into tomorrow. The big thing I'm gonna be watching for is obviously. This is going to be important. Obviously, this 4 hour BPR, once we get up into here, is going to be important because I still want to see us push through here to end up going back to 16,200 and then back to 264. But obviously, we need to wait for that. But the big thing to watch overnight is this 4 hour FVG. This is going to be the important one because uh, I've mentioned in chat. I was like, we got to watch 16,000. Why 16,000? Because 16,000 is going to be the top of this 4 hour FEG, and it's above our 50% retracement back up. So there's a chance we come up in here, 50% back up, and then come back lower to what could be, come down and hit this weekly FEG. Remember I mentioned we could come down from here, hit this weekly FEG, and then go back higher, taking out liquidity to go higher. But obviously we don't have to. That's a very strong reaction after the close. And one more thing to note, yeah, NQ hasn't came back to this 4 hour yet. But if we go look at ES's 4 hour chart, this high right here is this high. ES has already like if you draw your 50% here, You see ES is already well past it. So the question is, do we reject here? Because you see that's a heck of a pullback here off this morning's high. So do we reject here, like NQ comes up, takes this, and then push lower, or do we end up pushing higher going into tomorrow? So that's why you just I want to watch the 4 hour below, and I want to see NQ. If we're going to be bullish tomorrow, NQ has got to push through this 4 hour tonight, and then we're looking for 16100. You know, the top of your PCE data highs are our target number one. And then if we displace through there, then we know we're going back up to that 16200 level. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for here. Something else that's I wanted to point out. So this was our trade we took this morning. We caught the long in the dump this morning. So as soon as we closed over this, we took a long position at 15,970, and then we were targeting. Let's get rid of this. We were targeting this 5-minute FVG. Why this 5-minute? Because if you go from here to here, you see how we hit 50%. Hit 50%, the 5-minute FEG in the 50%, and then we reject this way. You always want to trim right here and at least go to break even. And you see we came back and we got stopped at break even, but we sold right at the top here, and we still caught 30 points there. And then going back to this, like this was our bottom today. You just see we came back. We hit these were lunch lows. You see we came down. These were lunch lows. We took lunch lows and then a heck of a reaction right off there. We never came back and took this this low again, so that's very bullish. And then we and then we came back and we took lunch highs up here. You see, we took lunch highs and then we had a little pullback, and everyone thought, oh, we're going back lower now. Well, I mean, I can't say. I was thinking probably the same thing, but then if you look at it and just look at it from this point of view, look at this: 50% down, filled in these FEGs that did not get filled on the way up. Like this one got filled, this tiny one got filled, this one got filled, but this one did not get filled, and this one did not get filled. So this wick does the damage, comes down, hits, rebalances this FEG. There's a little volume imbalance here. This gets filled. Then there's this FEG right here. And then if you look at ES, the same thing happened on ES's chart as well. We came all the way down. We filled in every 5-minute FEG. Here's ES. Same thing, boom, 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 50% down, just below 50%, fill in all the FEGs, back higher. So you always got to know and like have an awareness of where your 50% mark is, because it's just so important, especially if you know your higher time frame draw. But so I just want to show you guys that, show you our trade. But yeah, so going into tomorrow, I'm just gonna watch this 4 hour, the 4 hour that I showed you here on NQ up here at 16,000. Want to see us push through that, and then ES, obviously still very bullish on ES. ES came back today, and you see ES actually took a new high of day here. Like ES took lunch lows, and then in like an hour, about 2 hours, you see ES ran the entire range of the day in 2 hours, came back, hit a new high of day, and then obviously we're just having a little pullback here. So we'll have to see what happens here. But remember, I still think ES or NQ is still drawing higher. Because remember we have these relative equal highs up here on the daily, sitting up here at 45.9750. So these are going to be the target going into tomorrow. No other real targets to pay attention to here on ES, because if we go back up here, obviously we're just going to take out that 45.9750 as well. So I think ES is the reason we keep drawing up higher, and then obviously ES took PCE highs already. It took PCE highs this morning actually. And then NQ needs to come back and take those highs at 16,098. But yeah, ES 45.97 tomorrow, I think. Just because of obviously very, very bullish 4 hour candle here. That's a heck of a reaction after taking, this low, this low, this low, and the end of this low, and then taking these kind of relative equal lows as well. So bullish going into tomorrow for now, unless overnight candles prove otherwise. And with that, hope you guys have a great evening. Tomorrow's Friday. Powell speaks, I believe, at 11. So remember to stay small and wait for him, and then see how it goes from there. So with that, we'll see you guys tomorrow.